You're watching Fine and Dandy. Cheers.
Hi, my name's Cameron, and you need to check out the Fine and Dandy podcast.
You are now watching Fine and Dandy.
Watch the Fine and Dandy podcast. Good shit.
Hey, what's up? We're Soe, and you're watching Fine and Dandy.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Blacasso, and you're tuning in with Fine and Dandy.
You are now watching Fine and Dandy!
Bueno, sí.
Welcome back, everybody. This is another episode of Fine and Dandy. We've got another sweet guest that is joining the show. This is the second time that he's been on.
Alumni.
Is that what
we call it?
Fine and Dandy alumni. I don't know. I think you have to graduate to be able to be an alumni. I wouldn't.
Oh, fight me.
But welcome back, Kyle. DJ Kicks. Welcome back to the fucking Fine and Dandy podcast, dude. How you been doing?
Thanks for having me again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Thanks for bringing up that comment. I mean, I have enough hours to graduate. I just haven't put them together. So,
well, look, I'm not a fucking academic advisor or anything like that, so I won't fault you too much.
Close enough. I was feeling real great. The Cowboys just took a fat L.
fuck off.
Honestly, that made my day.
He came into the studio. He was like, "The one thing I don't want to talk about is the goddamn Cowboy." It's like, well, we don't get into sports too much, so you should be fine. Daniel chose violence.
Yeah, I don't even watch sports that much. Honestly, though, watching the Cowboys lose, I don't know why. Like, the thing is, honestly, for a long time, I was like, why do people not like Cowboys fans so much? And then over time, I was like, okay, I get it. I don't even watch sports that much, but I was like, damn, I fucking hope the Cowboys lose, bro.
Well, see, there's so many different facets of the Cowboy fan. There's the Cowboy fan that'll take it on the chin and move forward. There's the Cowboy fan that is known for the Navy fucking jersey with the Navy Jordans and the jean shorts. There's the Cowboy. There's the Cowboy fan that's delusional and tells themselves that every time they make the playoffs that this is our year.
All I'm saying is I have matching fucking Dunk SBs with my jersey, so bite me.
Said I'm multiple of those different ones.
Pretty much. I'm diehard.
Answer me this. Did you think it was your year whenever they went to when they were in the playoffs?
Don't paint me into that team.
I genuinely thought we were going to make it to the NFC Championship. I did not think we would beat the 49ers at all.
That's fair.
It wasn't a Super Bowl year, but I thought we would make it there.
That's fair because if they would have won, they would have had to play the fucking Bucks, right?
No, we'd have.
That's what it is, right? I thought that too. I thought like of the teams that were like more closely together, that one. I honestly thought the Texans and the Browns game was gonna be a lot closer, because like Cleveland came into the fucking playoffs as like one of the best defenses in the league, and then they let a rookie put up 45 points on them. I'm just saying it's not supposed to happen.
I will say, they did talk about it and realize how bad Cleveland's defense was on the road.
Yeah.
Only their home games that were the best.
I think what it is they just had like a lot of stacked talent. So like they were theoretically the best type shit. Like they had a good player at each position. So like on paper, it's one of those things like, well, they should be good.
I think once you see a rookie just demolish you, got to start making excuses.
Yeah,
it was at home number one defense. It wasn't a away game. Come on, like.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'd root for the Texans more if Tank Dell was still there, but he's injured, so I don't give a
that
shit.
shit hurt whenever he went
Hey,
down.
Nico Collins is going crazy.
He is.
But Tank Dell's a UH boy. So is Case Keenum, so got to root for the backup.
They didn't even put him on
In all season. Nope.
Oh.
No, Davis Mills.
He played a little bit of time. He played a little bit of one game instead of Davis Mills. Started him one game instead of Davis.
Whenever CJ was down, yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's sad when they put David Mills in the game. You're like, oh, I guess this is over.
Honestly, I would not know how to feel as like a top player on the other team whenever you just like, it's just demoralizing to not only look up at the score and realize that your whole season's about to come to an end, but then look across the field and this guy that hasn't played but 3 snaps all fucking season is coming in, checking in on you. It's like, well, fuck, come on, don't disrespect us like that.
Keep him in, please.
Nah, but That's enough about football. Kicks, I wanted to have you on again because I know that since the last time you've been on, there's a lot that's happened, not just in the city, but in your life. And kind of want to just do like a recap, see what's going on, see where you are, see where you've been. So yeah, what has been like probably like the biggest change in your, I guess, musical career? Do DJs look at it like a musical career or what? Like, 'cause you know what I mean? It's like you're.
It's different for. I mean, there's DJs that play like club DJs, and then there's producer DJ.
That's true. So the producer DJs would probably look at it. Well, I don't know. See, I think because both are careers in music, but one is like I think more like closely related than the other. If that makes sense.
One of us are trying to get paid, and the other ones don't care as much.
That's actually a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
No, I mean I'm still pretty much the same things, just rocking Midtown every weekend, and then doing a country night on Thursday nights out there at Texas Tavern. 80.
Okay.
Starting to do a little bit more like bigger gigs, like Electric Mardi Gras coming up in Galveston, up for Vegas prize.
Are you DJing that?
Yeah, Electric Mardi Gras in Galveston.
Yeah.
I'll be doing there Friday night, February 2nd, and then Vevo's coming up. What is it? Next Saturday, January. Oh man, like
So
January 27th. So that'll be a good chance. That's actually a Disco Donnie event.
Oh really?
Wait, which
Trying to
one?
branch out. It's a group called Vevo. I'm opening for.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's the electric rodeo
Yeah.
shit, right?
So that's house music mixed with EDM music. I'm really house mixed with country. Sorry.
I saw it. I saw it.
I was like,
So,
It's like house, but it's like more like the.
so their term for it is EDM.
EDM.
Yeah, EDM. I'm trying to get actually more into that scene. I really want to like branch out into country. I was talking earlier about how like I'd love to move to Nashville out there one day. I really like the scene.
That would be sick. I've heard good things about Nashville. I just always like I guess I gotta go because whenever I envision it, I just think of like fucking chicken sandwiches and country music in the background. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's weird. It's
not far off.
I feel like it's not that far off, but I feel like it's definitely just like oversimplifying the city. You know what I mean?
So we've been twice in the like second Vegas. Day party town all week, nonstop.
Tennessee, because Nashville, Tennessee, right?
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee.
That's where Malik was at, right? He was in Memphis.
He was in
though?
Memphis.
Yeah.
They have Broadway Street, like they're got a whole
Talk
set
more
of
into, like-
bars. Oh yeah, they've got a whole set of bars down there, owned by like famous country singers like Luke Bryan. Luke Combs is opening one out there. Jason Aldean. There's one called Whiskey Row. Can't remember who owns that one.
So is that like the country singers, like actors, like liquor? Like The Rock has a liquor, Ryan Reynolds has a liquor, like all that. These actors have liquors. Is that like a country
They have
star?
bars.
Like, well, you know, so open up a bar on Nashville,
Yeah.
or what is the street called?
Broadway.
On Broadway.
Kid Rock has a bar out there, and their main thing is like all these bars.
Do they
have,
sell Bud Light?
I mean, it's a fair
I
question.
mean, maybe not a Kid Rock's bar.
Or Jason Aldean's.
But their main thing is they have like multiple floors, so they'll have like new rising country acts play on like one floor, and then they'll have a DJ on another. And they, even on a Thursday night, they'll go from 5-6 p.m. at night all the way till,
Oh shit,
and they'll just party their ass.
that sounds fun.
That's my dream gig.
That sounds sick. I think like there is one of those things whenever you kind of like delve yourself into a culture type shit, you kind of like it is like you said, you've been a couple times in the past year or in the past
Last
couple
like
years.
2 years.
Past couple years.
Would you say Nashville's a small town?
Absolutely not.
I was just wondering, maybe Jason Aldean, you know, anything happens, anything happens, hey, try that in a small town. Fucking.
You're
Is that his
ridiculous.
slogan? Is that on the wall? That's just fucking his bar. I think that'd be funny.
Or what if he named his bar Small Town? It's like a small town in Nashville.
That would be smart. Honestly, that'd be a good business move. But that is kind of funny though.
That is.
But that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. The only country music, or is it like the same?
No, most of their DJs only play a little bit of country. It's mostly it's a lot of EDM out there, like remixes and pop remixes. It's more like a Vegas style club vibe, without the
weird.
hip hop, which is nice.
That's weird because I would imagine like Nashville being like this core of like country music. It's like you would think that they would kind of play a little bit more, but maybe it's just like the wave of EDM taking over type shit.
They leave that to the country artists that are out there, like the up and coming artists that are performing. They let them. wear everyone out on the country tracks.
I do feel that though, because if you're just like an up and coming artist and you're not really like nobody knows you, it's gonna be hard to play in Jason Aldean's bar with a fucking acoustic guitar, and everybody's like, "Is Jason busy?"
No, most of these people come out with like full set bands, bass
Oh,
player,
Fuck
lead
yeah.
guitarist, and a drummer.
I imagine it's not. They're not like.
Oh yeah, no,
they're.
they
No, go ahead.
they
I'm
take
sorry.
it serious out there. I
Yeah,
mean,
they-
apparently that's where a lot of the like new country singers come up from, like Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, all them.
You gonna go see Jelly Roll at the rodeo?
I've got season tickets to the rodeo, man.
You got season tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah. dude.
Season
Going a
tickets
ton.
to the rodeo.
I
Bro
do.
loves smelling shit.
Dude, that lineup. I saw a lot of people complaining. I thought it was actually probably better. I mean, I guess if you just love country, it's probably not a great lineup. But I mean, shit, you got 50 Cent on there. You had Jelly Roll on there. You had
Major
Was it-
Lazer.
Major
Shout
Lazer.
out to 8 Drums because he's from Houston.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, 8 Drums that used to play at Boondocks.
For real?
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
I've been going there a lot
He used
recently.
to come out there like a lot when he first started DJing.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. And
Yeah,
then they
but-
have like a Latin band coming to the rodeo too. Del Tigres.
Yeah, Los Tigres del Norte.
Yeah.
They're
I didn't
going
even
one
know
night.
about Boondocks until like a couple months back. One of my buddies that stays like a couple blocks away from there, he brought me out there. 'Cause it's like one of the only bars, not only bars, I'm sure there's plenty, but it's one of the bars in Houston. It's like they don't give a fuck if you smoke weed there type shit. So
Yeah.
that's my type of place.
They're very. He used to play there a lot and just like was whatever goes. And
Mhm.
I mean, awesome to see him go to Miami and link up with Diplo and become
Yeah.
part of a multi-millionaire.
I mean, it's
singer.
kind of crazy because you see some of those like tandems or like collabs, and you're like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, how did you guys like put this-
Pedophilia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bass nectar.
Hey, no, Diplo does have allegations though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a ton of allegations.
Fuck yeah.
Grooming and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's
He housed
good.
like teenage girls and stuff. You know, he's
That's not
mentoring
creepy
them.
at all.
He's a mentor. mentoring these young
Mentoring
women.
these
I
young
always
women
thought,
that
like-
are OnlyFans DJs.
Bro, during,
Yeah.
during the pandemic, I got like really weirded out by those content houses because I was like, these are kids, right? Like these are just like like 19, 20-year-olds just in a fucking $1 million house with other millionaires. It's like that can't be a good situation.
Exploitation, right? Am I right?
And I will say, look at how most of those have died out by now.
Bro, yeah.
They've all set.
It's crazy because it's like they thought they were like building a brand, and I'm not saying they didn't. What I am saying is like you just bought a $12 million house in LA just because you thought this was going somewhere, and all of a sudden it's not.
A lot of them end up being scams, though.
Well, I mean, a few of
Yeah.
them made great careers out of it. Kudos to them. I wish I could have gone on TikTok and made my livelihood, but yeah, a lot of those houses just didn't work out for those poor kids.
Yeah, because the people that were managing, like, you need to be making content every day. Are you making content? And I'm like,
You
"Bruh."
haven't posted a clip today. You haven't posted a TikTok today. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to maybe enjoy the fruits of my labor.
I was saying the same thing. Like, there's some DJs that I respect that made their way up from TikTok. Like, I feel like John Summit got his big break from TikTok, right?
Well, yes and no. I mean, he kind of worked his way up a little bit. Also, Money Talks, too. I mean,
Yeah, but he had a song on there that like really
did
caught
he?
his traction. Yeah.
Was it Where You Are? I remember
No,
Where You Are
no,
dropped.
it was a song
Well, that
right.
one dropped recently.
It was
I
a
think.
song right before that, and it like really took off his
Was
career.
it Deep In?
Yes, the Deep In
Turn up the
remix.
Deep In.
Yeah, and it like everyone played that on so many TikToks, and they started getting real traction for his name.
It is crazy.
But there's also TikTok duos that I see that are coming from these. See like two guys coming from these little houses they were clicks in, and they're hiring a producer and putting themselves out as a duo, and like trying to make a DJ career out of it. Like that's just disrespectful.
Yeah, dude, I mean, influencers now could be like, I'm a DJ, and then they'll book you, bro.
Shout out Paris Hilton.
But I heard she can actually DJ.
No, oh
She
no,
can?
there's videos of her playing off a USB, one song on one side, and totally faking it, drunk on stage, and someone like going under the booth and changing the dials for her. Maybe now she can, but if she first started, absolutely not. It was all faked.
Oh fuck,
That's kind of.
that's funny as fuck.
I was
yeah.
thinking about that the other day, like how much of like luxury items are just imaging. You know, it's like this isn't really that great or worth this price. It's just like dressed up to be. I was thinking about it whenever I was on the plane. I was like looking up, and they have like these like LED lights that change colors throughout the flight and shit like that. I'm like, that shit costs $12.
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to look like a luxury experience, and like and you guys are kind of protecting us as passengers, and everybody's good. You don't have nothing to worry about. It's like, I'm kind of worried right now because like the plastic between the plain metal and me looks very much like the plastic that used to break all the time in my schools and shit like that. It's like I don't know if this is really that substantial or if we're just like, nah, they wouldn't let us fly on it if it wasn't good.
I mean, that door just ripped off that plane not that long ago.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we'll give you $12,000.
They said the poor kid that was like sitting in the row had his shirt ripped off, and his mom's like holding on to him,
Holy
make sure he doesn't like go out of the plane.
shit.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of nuts.
That is
it's
crazy.
terrifying.
Could you imagine though? Like they're like, hey, I'll give you this check that's not even going to cover your rent for almost dying. Is that okay? Fuck you, mother. I'm taking you to court, bitch.
I'm gonna take you to court, bitch. See, but that's like the fucked up part about it is like they have lawyers and shit as a corporation, so it's like even when they fuck up, they don't fuck up.
Shout out the pharmaceutical companies that do the same shit every
Yeah.
day.
And it's weird, bro, because it's like we kind of are left to deal with it and try not to think about it. But every time you think about it, it's like, man, we are getting fucking railroaded. Like I was fucking buying fucking vitamin waters today. These hoes used to be $1 each. It's 3 for $5 now. Like, don't get me
Damn.
wrong. I have the $5, but like, bitch, give me my other 2 fucking vitamin waters right now.
That is crazy. They did used to be $1 program. Inflation though, bitch. I know it's a hot topic, but y'all see those Jewish tunnels?
It is.
No.
I think it's like less of a hot
No?
topic than it should be.
You don't think so?
I haven't heard that many people talking about it. Even
I
though
think
it's-
well,
I've
yeah,
heard-
not as many as that. Like
that's
it
kind of what I'm
should.
saying. I think it probably should be a little bit of a hotter topic, but it is one of those things where it's like, come on, you can't not laugh at that shit. Like you see fucking people coming through sewer grates and fucking, you see a mattress get pulled out of a tunnel that's all stained up. You're like, come on, this is so fucking like exclusionary to y'all fucking up.
It was Orthodox Jews, and they were building underground tunnels, and like, so they busted one of the like synagogues, and then there's like another video that someone else got. It was a Jew, like I feel like Jew just sounds derogatory for some reason.
Yeah.
Just like coming out of like the sewers.
Yeah, bro.
People were like, look, I swear I'm not doing this as a joke. And it's literally
Fucking Shane Gillis was like watching that clip of the dude coming out the grate, and he's like, "This has got anti-Semitism written all over it."
no, it's funny because there's like posts where people are just like, imagine telling someone that and be like, sounding like the most fucked up joke of all. So there was a Jewish guy that came out of the sewer, right? But
Like
nah,
the Vegas mole people.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Except this was more like it seemed more organized than the Vegas Mole people. That seemed like just like a one-off event. This seemed like
it was planned.
should we maybe look in the other buildings?
Yeah.
Well,
people are-
because I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like some people were talking about like, well, what if they started creating those tunnels during COVID to try to get to like the churches and shit where everything was closed down? It's like that's a valid theory.
Yeah.
But it's also a valid theory that that's not at all what they were doing.
Did y'all see the anti-Semitic group in front of the Be Someone sign, like one bridge over? Weekend?
No.
Oh shit!
What?
They had the
Yeah,
there's
the Nazi
Nazis-
flag. Yeah, raised.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was all over Facebook. I guess a Hispanic guy got over there, rip your flag down. He was okay, but he apparently got whacked with a pole and then bear mace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's fucked up. So wait, this was in Houston, like
Yeah, right
over.
you know where the Be Someone bridge is?
Yeah,
The bridge
it's off
right in front of that.
45 and
Yeah.
what is that? 610.
They were just waving Nazi flags right over it.
like white power, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Well, no, one was a legit Nazi flag.
Oh
no,
shit.
there was there
Yeah.
was a legitimate.
And but they also had like banners and shit
Yeah.
too. Oh damn. That's fucking crazy, bro. See, it's shit like that where it's like you would like to believe that we won the war, but there's so much shit. It's like, well, what the fuck did we drop those bombs for? Come on.
Well, no offense, but like they're outnumbered. You know what I mean? It's like they're in the wrong place. Like he's like, you go to Ohio and do that or something. Like
or
you know what I'm
fucking
saying? Like, you're a
Brazil
little
or what?
outnumbered here.
Wasn't
Alabama.
There,
Yeah, Alabama, you might
No,
have
you go to
get a
sport.
rally going, but
wasn't there fucking some colony of Germans found in Brazil or some shit? Did y'all didn't see about that?
No.
It was basically like there's like a theory that whenever Hitler like died, that him and a bunch of his like people and generals and shit like went to fucking South America. I don't. There's a bunch of Germans. Like it's a village of German. It's a village of like. Right. It was a village of like German citizens that somebody stumbled upon. Like, yo, what the fuck is this type shit? And I don't know. There's a documentary about it. Oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to
No, 'cause
watch
I thought you were
that.
on some conspiracy shit. I thought you were talking about like
No, no,
Tupac's
no,
over there
no.
in Vegas, chilling out, still hidden.
They fled, and one of like the conspiracy theories on that is that like one of the people that fled was Hitler type shit. That like, but that's just a conspiracy theory. But there is a village of German people in South America. I don't know how or why.
Yeah, Tupac's chilling with them too. You know, it's Tupac, Hitler. They're all just all vibing on the island.
When I was a kid, I used to think like the idea of Tupac being like on some island chilling, it was like, nah, we would have heard about it by now. Somebody would have fucking took a picture. So like, now I'm very much thinking like, nah, I think there's enough remote places in the fucking world where he could have just gone and dipped off to. Like,
Epstein Island.
You feel me? Like we just now found about that remote place.
I can't believe they were saying Stephen Hawking went there.
Bro, that shit's hilarious. The memes about Stephen Hawking being on Epstein Island are so fucking hilarious.
No, because they're saying that he made them do math problems.
He made kids do math problems.
It's fucked up though, because it is fucked up though, because he did make little kids get naked to do math problems. But like,
it's very
also why he's like he's just hitting the butt. He can't even talk.
But 4 plus 8 equals
wrong.
He was a paraplegic. What could he have done?
Dude, I mean, shit. He had to drive a private jet because him getting on a plane had to be a struggle in itself, bro. I mean, I was in a wheelchair because he's not getting past airline security without people noticing. Like, holy shit, that's Stephen Hawking.
What are you gonna pay? What are you gonna pay for someone to do with a softie?
I guess
that's all I'm saying.
Maybe that was the only way he
Do
could
we
get
think
hard
those
was
girls are
watching
getting paid? I don't know. I don't know if there was a payment scale here. I think this is more of a fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, no. Back on the Tupac thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Tupac thing became more believable as the time went on. You saw how Jada Smith acted. I think that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, damn, maybe he did dip off.
Maybe this was for his mental health.
Shit. Alopecia was
Said,
the
I
least
ain't
of her
going out
worries.
like that. That's for you, Will. I ain't going out like that at all.
Yeah, he passed the torch. Will did not get the best end of that stick. I don't know. He got 2 talented children.
The best end of that Q-tip. Sorry.
Are they that talented?
I mean,
one of them is at least.
Willow's not bad.
I didn't say she's not.
I don't see either one doing much anymore.
That's the one I was talking about.
Jaden's not bad. Jaden has
I don't think Jaden's untalented. I think he's just like gone too far on this PC route, where it's like, I get it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like this at this point it seems like more of a force thing than actually
Hollywood.
who you want to be type shit.
Hollywood, you know how things
Right, but that doesn't excuse it. It just provides a reasoning.
Hey, however you get your money, you get your.
Hey, and I know that there are people out there that are willing to get their money however that they are willing to get it, even if it means going against like your own personal thing. I'm not saying that's what Jaden is doing.
Has he got PC? I haven't seen anything like that.
This podcast has been sponsored by OnlyFans.
We'll be right back. No, he has like a whole like, well, I don't even know if it's still running, but for a while he had like a whole like Snapchat TV show type of thing. Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
It was like I forgot what it was called, but basically he would get on like people that were working in certain industries that were like hot topics. So like during Black Lives Matter, he got on some like activists to talk about what was going on. During the Women's March, he had like a women's rights activist come on to talk about everything. So like, I'm not saying
is that PC
I'm not
though?
using those two as an example because those were actually good episodes. But from that point on, it became very much like, who can I get to talk to that will boost my ratings type shit. In the PC way, because it's like you're Jaden Smith, right? You don't need a boost to your ratings. This is purely just a marketing thing. So that's whenever I was like, well, this just seems very like curated rather than actually what you want to be doing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a Snapchat TV show.
Exactly.
Like, how much is that really where you want to be at?
Right.
Hey, I have this idea. Yeah, we don't really care. You
And
could
to
do
use
that
it-
on Snapchat.
To use it in
actually.
comparison, from my perspective, obviously I don't know either person, but from my perspective, it does seem like Willow did refuse to sell out, whereas Jaden wasn't that opposed to it.
Goes down that topic. I feel like Snapchat's got to be paying out the most money. I see so many more celebrities on Snapchat than TikTok.
You know, I was thinking the same thing, but that might have to do with just like the basis of TikTok being like a Chinese company. There might just be like a flat rate, whereas Snapchat may give you. Again, I'm speaking from absolute ignorance. I don't have
Who
TikTok.
watches that shit though?
I don't know.
I do.
Who's watching? You do?
I watch like the Nook Boys and David Dobrik and like certain people
I
I
watch
watch.
some of their people.
What's that? David Dobrik still doing shit?
Only on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Nowhere else.
It's weird because like you really look at it, it's like YouTube has too many restrictions and TikTok probably doesn't have that much money in it. I mean, even though when I say that much money, to us this is life-changing money.
Yeah.
Them when they're getting $100,000 a month on their videos and shit like that, it's not that much money whenever they could be making $500,000 a month on their videos. And that might be the simple difference of like just the platform and the medium that you're on, you know what I mean?
When then you look at guys like that are still doing it, like David Dobrik and Milk Boys and things, which are guys that already have massive secondary incomes. Like David Dobrik has Dobrik's his own pizza place, and then also helping fund his friend's workout company Zila. Milk Boys have Happy Dad,
all fucking shit
merchandise,
that
all that.
It's ridiculous.
Full Send's going crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Still, those guys are just marketing geniuses. Go from UFC to golf, just touch everything every guy likes.
Dude, they got Donald Trump on their podcast.
Yeah. Twice.
Twice?
Yeah,
He's on there twice. And
I
he's
haven't
running
watched
in the
it.
next election.
I
And
think
he's
Dana
already got.
White, they got him twice.
He's the front runner right now.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Is he really?
He's the front runner for the Republican
According to
Party.
the polls, yeah.
Is he running?
Yeah, 100%. He just.
See, this is what I told him that would be fucking hilarious if he just like says he's running and does all these polls and shit and just at the last second just pulls out just so he can show the whole Republican Party, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing, and then like completely throw a wrench in the Democratic Party's engine by saying like y'all thought y'all was prepping for me. Sorry, I'm out.
He's going all the way. He wants to re-win this election.
What's unfortunate is that not to get too political or anything, but what's unfortunate is that like as much as everybody would like to say Donald Trump can't be the president again, it's like who the fuck would you want our president to be? It can't be Sleepy Joe, and I don't know about any of these other bitches. Like I'm not saying I'm gonna vote for Trump, but I'm just saying I would not be surprised at all to see him win.
It's crazy because I haven't seen anything really about it, and that shit's this year.
Exactly.
I haven't seen as much like.
I mean, because it's most of the
Honestly,
Republican Party because.
I wish I had your algorithm at that point because that shit's all over my shit.
When it comes to re-voting in a party, they are always going to go with the former candidate, and Joe Biden's there, so the Democrats aren't really pushing.
Democrats are in a tough position because they don't want Joe to run, but they almost are painted into the spot where he's going to run. And if he does, then they can't really, as the Democratic committee, can't really put in another candidate over the person that is representing the Democratic committee as the president.
The Republicans are in a tough spot too.
Committees.
What did you say? Is what?
The Republicans are in a tough spot too because their front runner and the only person that really people support right now is Trump. No one's really supporting smaller
Vivek.
people coming out of like.
They're telling Vivek to
and
be
they're not
the
coming
vice
from
president.
governors. All these people right now, they're not supporting like smaller government. Like
Yeah, Vivek had the best chance, I think.
Yeah, and they're talking about VP. They were chanting like
Well,
VP.
to be honest, there's not as much. What's the term for family?
Competition. No,
No, I mean nepotism. There's not as much nepotism right now because there's not a lot of people that are family running as much anymore.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of those. This will probably be an election more than the last two where money drives everything.
Trump's gonna blow him out of the water if it's down to those two. It's gonna be ridiculous. Honestly, like not even as someone who honestly I probably won't.
It's
vote.
gonna feel like bullying. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, if it comes down to those two, it's honestly just like let's be real here. Everyone could be like, oh fuck, dude, I don't want Trump as president. Then you look, you're like, oh fuck, is that my other option? Shit.
And I mean, the conversation that I was having with my doctor is that like we really are kind of in the worst position because presidents don't really get to do anything until their second term, and this would be a second term no matter what. This would be Trump's or Biden's second term if both of those are the end-all be-all like candidates. So we would probably see a lot of changes in the next 4 years if either one won. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's in the positive direction or the negative direction. I don't know which bracket you fall under.
I think Trump did a lot more in his one term as president
than most.
just because he had.
Well, it depends on what you just define as more.
No,
I mean, prices are going crazy right now.
I'm not saying
and
positive or negative, but internationally, he had the relationship with other leaders like not many presidents we've had before. I'm not saying in a good way or a bad way.
We have to clarify every statement here.
But he was
That
very.
can be seen as either way.
He was really close with a lot of other political leaders, if not only for his Twitter account.
Yeah, honestly, like that is the craziest shit ever that we had a president of the United States that was banned off of Twitter for some shit that he said. It's like
never before in history.
That makes no sense as a statement.
Not something I've ever had to worry about before.
I've said it before. I said it again. I really wish it was Donald Trump.
The Rock.
for president.
Unfortunately, I think they're both Republican.
What about George Lopez or Kanye?
Nah, The Rock has the best chance of winning.
Thinks
Trump.
really?
Wayne The Rock Johnson.
I would say
You're angry.
not. I wouldn't say the best chance of winning. I would say he'd have a good shot at like a competition though. Like I don't think those speeches would be so one-sided.
I think we'd have a good shot. I'd vote for The Rock.
A lot of aggression.
Well,
Makes him into politics.
Well, he was. The Rock wasn't a football player,
Yeah, he was.
was he?
He played for the Miami Dolphins.
The Rock did.
wait,
No,
actually,
he played for the University of
for-
Miami.
and then he
He went to the
hurt
NFL,
himself.
and then he hurt
himself in his
himself, and
first year.
then
Went to wrestling.
he played Canadian football, and then went to wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I know that. He
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, have you seen the Ballers show? I think it's on HBO and Netflix
I
now.
haven't, but I've heard. It was,
It's really good, but it's kind of based off of the idea of like where his life could have gone. It's like this guy that was in the NFL got hurt and then just kind of like went into the talent management like side of life, trying to make sure that like players don't get fucked over on their contracts, teams don't get fucked over on like scouting reports and stuff like that. Like being that guy type shit. This is like kind of what that show's spread out across. Honestly, I had started watching that show when it was first coming on TV, like way back when. Going back to watch it, it's like that's a fucking good ass show, and that was John David Washington's fucking debut.
Favorite TV show right now?
That's
Go.
fucking Tenet.
Favorite TV show right now? Currently.
Right now, I just started Succession. That's pretty good. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite right now.
our neighbors are going crazy right
They
now.
are, yeah.
I don't know. I
Holy
don't think
shit.
ever on that.
Dude, they're
but
bopping right
they're
now.
bopping
Holy
for
fuck.
sure.
I brought
I
my
don't
laptop.
know,
Go
man.
DJ.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what my favorite TV show would be. Right? What
You got
you
one,
got,
Daniel?
Daniel?
What?
One
Got a
Tree
favorite
Hill.
TV show right now?
It's not out right now, but it's my favorite TV show of all time. One Tree Hill.
No, I don't really watch a lot of shows. My girlfriend's really getting me to watch like more anime, so I'm in the middle of watching Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Super fucking good. Just finished Demon Slayer.
Oh shit.
Yeah, shit was really good. I have a I mean, right now, no, I don't have a favorite show, but I'd say Dark is like for sure always like at the top of my list. That show is fucking honestly one of the best shows.
I was asking. I mean, I'm not showing my skin tone, but Yellowstone right now, man. If y'all haven't watched it,
I've heard good
Ozarks,
things.
bro. Yellowstone.
Ozark is
Nah,
good.
it's good.
Ozark's good too, but Yellowstone is like it just genuinely has a great storyline.
That's the one that has the other show too, the 1888 or 1988. Or
I've
some
heard that.
shit.
Yeah, we haven't got to that.
But it's like a co-show type
Yeah,
of shit.
but
Like one's a
Yellowstone is
prequel.
really, really good.
That's what I heard. It's like the life of a rancher, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it goes more in depth into like a lot of like revenge, vindictive things, and like
Like
all about
family type of
competition.
shit?
It's almost like corporate America now. It's about how you can screw over someone else that's taking from you or is trying to compete with you. It's really dark, but
That's crazy.
dope at the same time.
Because that's what I'm only like 3 or 4 episodes in, but that's what Succession has been so far. Is just like this idea that like you can be so well off, but that's just the start of your problems. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like there's so many issues that happen within family like oriented vibes whenever money's brought into it.
Yeah, it's same thing with
That's
the show.
crazy, yeah.
It's also about him owning hundreds of acres of land that
Like how do you
everyone else
manage
is
all
like,
that?
you're white, you don't deserve.
Oh shit.
Why do you get this?
Hey man, it's not too far off.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's people out there right now living that?
Isn't
How-
Yellowstone supposed to blow?
Absolutely. Absolutely, there's people living that life that own a ton of land that people think they don't deserve.
And then just like fighting it off constantly though. You
Yeah.
think, oh damn, that has to be.
Elon Musk.
I mean, that man has so much money, you can't really contest him though.
Joel Osteen?
Speaking of Elon, I know we're just going back to random stuff from our high school. You know April Walsh, now Hay. She was a cheerleader in high school
I
for
ain't
us.
gonna lie.
Not great.
I only know her for one story, but I can't tell it on the
Okay.
podcast. So
She was a
remind-
friend of mine in
remind
high
me.
school.
Honestly, y'all told me this story. It was
Oh.
about Chase.
I couldn't. I'm not.
why
putting
they
any names,
called her Old Spice?
Oh shit. But
I'll tell you later.
genuinely, so she tries to like build a social media brand. She's got a decent amount of followers and all that. But crazy enough, she had a video she posted 2 years ago, I want to say, that was a video talking about the difference between like why it doesn't matter between college and what is it? Getting a just a degree in like working in the plants or anything like just a welding degree. What is that called?
The welding degree? I think it's just like isn't that just like getting a IT or anything like that
Yeah,
too?
just
Like
like
a certification.
Certification.
basically?
Yeah, she's talking about getting certification
Like
versus
not really
college.
like a degree.
And it was like 2 years ago, and she's talked about it on TikTok, and it like got big, but nothing crazy. Somebody posted it on.
Like she had a TikTok.
Yeah,
So
So
she
she-
built the TikTok.
and then it about 2 years ago, and it wasn't that big, but now it's like kind of got popular again. And someone reposted on Twitter, and it got about 50,000 reshares and a lot of likes.
Oh shit.
Elon Musk commented on her and said, "Yeah, I agree with her."
What?
Like talking about how like for some people it may be better to just get a certification. Like you can get a plumbing certification. Like you can make more money doing that. You know what I
No,
mean?
100%. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you do plumbing. No, what is it called? It's called
I'm talking about.
yeah, no, what,
No,
what
what's
like
the-
well, like
what's that
it's called like
called?
it's like when it's welding or like you could do like plumbing.
No, it's a certain degree.
not even this.
I know.
No.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
what-
trade school. Going to trade school.
That's
Trade
what
school.
it's a trade.
Yeah, but see,
yeah,
I,
we were
I mean,
okay. We were both thinking that.
I can't show y'all. I mean, I can kind
Okay.
of show it up front, but like Elon Musk like commented on her post and like said she has a point.
Oh, about trades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about going
So
like
she got a trade.
going to
though.
trade school versus college.
Did she do a trade?
No, her husband didn't. Her husband's well off. He runs cranes for like chemical plants and things, like sets them up and runs them.
Yeah. Honestly, crane and like if you can get if you're like
You're a niche.
yeah, especially if you can like because does he run them or does he just like send the people out?
I think he runs them himself.
Like he does it and
Yeah.
drives the yeah. Dude, those people get picked because like usually there's only one person within a
Yeah.
certain area, so they'll call you out. And I mean sometimes the drive, if you're the person who does that, it can be like hours,
Yeah,
but they pay you like fat
I've heard the normal salary for those guys are 120 to 150.
a year.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fat salary. I mean,
Oh yeah, for that. No, trades honestly right now though are underappreciated. I think in our society because everyone wants to go to college, get a degree, and get. Because like the thing is like trades, you're probably doing more like
Yeah.
laborious.
but I think they're underappreciated right now, but they're overpaid. I feel like the people that are actually doing trade school right now are making more than most of us can fathom because
Oh,
we
yeah.
need them.
Oh,
Absolutely,
100%.
they're a necessity of society.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the thing is that most people want like it's crazy to look at it because there are people who want that snug 9 to 5
Yep.
office job, whereas most people actually hate that. But they would rather that than
So I've talked to my parents about it, and I think the main problem with society right now is that our parents dreamed of a college education, and they didn't get the opportunity to do that, so they force us into it. No matter what it takes, is they want us to fulfill a dream they didn't have, and then 2 years, 3 years down the line, they're going, "Oh crap! Like my kid could have done what I done and made the same amount of money."
Yeah.
It's just how society is right now. But when they back in the day would have gone to college, they would have made double to triple salary just for having a degree. But it's not the
Right.
same way nowadays because it's oversaturated. We're all going to college.
Degrees don't mean as much as they used to.
Absolutely not.
And kind of on your point about like people not necessarily wanting a 9 to 5, but viewing it as not as bad as working out in the elements, say like a construction job or something like that. It's more so I think it's like it's the trade-off to a degree where you're like the lesser of two evils at that level, which to a degree is kind of the worst mentality to have because you have any option at any time. Like you can pretty much create options for yourself to a degree. I mean, I understand that there are plenty of people that are in situations where it's difficult to do that. But to a degree, you have the availability to pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. It's pretty much. But whenever you tell yourself, well, I can do this or this, you're limiting yourself to those two things. It may be a third option or a fourth option instead of giving yourself the idea that there are plenty of different things out there that you could be doing. And yes, some of them take a certification or some of them take a degree or something like that, but there's plenty that don't. And the idea is that you may have to kind of eliminate the options that you have for you to see what you actually want to be doing.
A good point to me, I realized, like, through myself and then through friends and family, how many people will actually utilize their degree that they're in unless you go
I
past
don't.
to medical? To medical, I have a sister that has a nutritional degree. She works for a banking system. I have friends that have degrees in kinesiology, and they work at They work in sales like I do.
I have a plant degree. I worked at a fucking dentistry.
I was working. I was finishing a philosophy degree. I work in sales for an oil and gas company.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone does sales now. I feel like
It's so
sales are like
easy.
the
Not easy. It's just like it's you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
There's
The same reason we can all do a podcast. We don't know how to talk.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what
We-
sales is.
I feel like our generation really grew up very social, which I appreciate.
I
Very
would
much.
say it's hard to dictate like what is a generation, you know, like
Yeah.
what is the like year to year to be able to say like this is like the scale of which I'm taking it, because like there are people that are literally like 3 to 4 years younger than us and 3 to 4 years older than us that are pretty much nothing like us in
Yep.
multiple different facets. Not obviously not like the environment. If you're a product of your own environment, it's not gonna be that different. But as far as like social cues, as far as like honestly, fucking respect is weird, like weirdly not known by
Shout out
certain
Mr. Respect.
Hey, shout out Mr. Respect. That's my dog.
Not a great teacher. So.
Oh, I loved him.
I mean, he was great in terms of like giving.
Social ability.
Yeah.
He's a great teacher to have because then you got the day off.
You always know what assumption means, don't you? If you assume, what does that mean?
Makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah, classic.
Exactly.
I say that shit still to this day.
You
Actually.
learn something, right? So I was saying is, she had a video that came out about college versus trade school,
Mm.
and Elon Musk commented on her just saying he agreed with
What was her take that like college isn't really that much better
Yeah.
than a trade school?
that. That trade school can actually be better. It's less time and you can make more money.
That's fair. I do think that is something that, because I think one of y'all touched on it earlier, saying that I think you said it's like that our parents kind of put us into this thinking that it would be the same experience that they had.
Yep.
I've had a little bit like almost worse than that. Like my pops like pressured me to go into college, like pressured me to do all this shit, like even so much so that he'd be like, I got a degree in some shit I didn't even want.
Yep.
Just because I know, like, so basically the only reason I got a plant degree is because at the end of the day, it took me literally 30 fucking days to figure out everything I needed to know for that. I still have all the books. I still have the availability to teach myself all of that shit again. But it's always going to be something I don't want to do. It's always going to be something that I know if I need to, I can go get a plant job. It'll take me about a month or two to prepare for it, to get back on like the regimen of being not just for the schedule, but for the like intellect and things like that. But I would never want to do that shit. It's like if I need money, if I got kids and I got to pay the bills, like cool. I'll got to do what I got to do. Now it's more so situations like I guess I appreciate having the availability to have that fallback plan, but I do now feel like I wasted like 2 years of my life getting a degree I'm not going to use.
I mean, I honestly tried to drop out after my freshman or sophomore year of college. My parents made me stick it out, and I still have to go back and finish my degree just to appease them, be nice.
Wait, you didn't finish at UH?
No,
thought you did.
I've got enough hours that I should have a degree, but they don't all line up to one degree, so I actually don't have a degree.
Wait, what?
Crazy. So I have enough degrees for a
yeah.
bachelor's degree, enough hours.
It's like 140 or 180.
Yeah, I have like 150, 160,
Mm-hmm.
but they're all not in an alignment for one degree. So I technically haven't graduated
There's
yet.
credits missing,
Yeah.
even though he has a total amount
certain
of credits that's
So
necessary.
you have a lot left?
No, I have like 3 or 4 classes. Not much, but
Like a semester
I
worth?
Same
said he
time,
got 12
like I imagine
hours though.
you two guys can agree with me that I have a very like strong entrepreneurial spirit, and I love doing things of my own and taking care of my own life and like doing the things I want to do them.
I think college is good for certain, like, I guess certain degrees and certain people. For certain degrees, obviously, like, college makes sense. Medical school, law school, you want to make sure you know what you're fucking doing in those fields. And then as far as the certain people goes, it's like, college isn't, like, the worst case scenario. You know, you do get a lot of, like, social feedback. You do get a lot of availability to meet new people, try new things, do things that you maybe wouldn't have been able to do in your hometown. It's just it's always just gonna be like the fucking price point for
Yeah,
me.
it's the
like
financial burden.
It really makes no fucking sense why the classes themselves aren't subsidized and paid for. Like I get you making me pay for my food,
Yep.
my board, my room, everything like that. That all makes sense. I'm not expecting you to fucking feed
Yep.
me while I'm going to school here. But me paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just for the professor you were going to pay anyways to show up and me have access to that lecture, that's ridiculous.
I think the main thing also is making children like aware of the financial burden. I was not aware of the financial burden. I'm paying more in rent now a month for my loan payments. I'm paying a stupid amount for loan
Oh, like
payments.
your student loans?
Yeah, absolutely just crazy amount.
I'm sorry. So that didn't really like You're saying you pay more in low payments than your rent.
Than my rent.
Got you. Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Insane.
Honestly, I haven't even paid any of my
No, and
student
I
loans
got
back.
myself in. My parents didn't make it aware. I got myself in a bad situation, and then I consolidated it because I wanted to make it go quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up I'm paying a ton of money
Yeah.
once a month, and it's most people's paycheck for 2 weeks. It's a crazy amount of money.
Is it going down at all?
It's going down, but you mean the actual amount each month? No,
The owed,
I still pay the same thing every single month.
No, is
the
like
owed amount.
Oh,
like how
is
much
my
your
actual
balance is.
balance is going down? Yes,
it is going down.
but because I said a certain amount, I consolidated it all because I took out too many loans. It's just a crazy amount of money that most people should have to deal with that.
Oh no, absolutely, especially if you don't have your fucking degree.
But I think more parents should make their kids aware too of financial burden that comes.
I think it's tough because I'm not a parent, but as a parent, I can probably identify one problem is that the thing we talked about is how can you provide ideals or advice for your kids whenever you don't even really know what they're about to go through.
Yeah.
Like college isn't what it was whenever you were going to college, just like it won't be what it is whenever our kids, or y'all already said y'all don't want kids, but regardless, whenever these kids in elementary school or end up going to college, we're not going to really have a tether to what college life is going to be like. We're just going to expect things to be like how it was for us.
And I will say they give a different burden on financial aid for my sister finished her college degree. She has a less monthly payment on her student loans than I do because I didn't finish. They put a higher burden on me because I didn't finish my degree.
That's bullshit.
It is.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, look, I know that we gave you some money. Looks like you fucked it off.
Yeah, they were happy to give it to you, but as soon as you don't finish your degree, they put a way higher interest in your loans.
Ridiculous.
Do they
Crazy.
really?
They really do. I'm paying almost double in interest than my sister, and she finished her degree. I didn't.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's actually the dumbest shit. Like, yeah, actually, fuck you.
Shout out Sally Mae. Fuck them.
There's so many fucking like loan and
Sounds sweet.
bank and
Not-
insurance and all these things that just feel like fucking scams, bro. It's
They
like,
are.
Bro, I paid fucking $150 today just to take a COVID test, and I hate
Holy
it here. Because I don't have insurance right now, so like I had to pay $90 for a goddamn exam. And fucking
They have them for $25 at Kroger for just
Yeah.
take-home tests.
I'm with you because when I looked at the receipt, the goddamn COVID test was only $10. But the exam and I had taken a flu test too. But that shit, the flu test was $50, the exam was $90. Yeah, and then it was $10 for the COVID test. I was like, y'all some hoes.
Well, he needed a doctor's note.
That's all I needed. I just needed a
Okay,
doctor's note for
yeah.
work. I was
Yeah.
just like, I really could have gone in there and be like, hey, can I get one? But they're like, nah, we got to do these tests. Make sure you going back to work and not providing COVID for everybody. Da 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 da. Like, basically you just telling me that I got to spend double what I was expecting just because y'all want me to. And even that, I was having this conversation, man. Fuck jobs for making you get a doctor's note for one-day excuses. This is fucking bullshit. I'm going to the doctor for no fucking reason. I'm really going to the doctor so y'all can excuse my absence, so y'all can put it on the doctor. Y'all don't even want to know what's going on with me. You're just like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Get a doctor's note. Now you're putting it on the doctor to tell you whether or not I'm good to work or not, instead of making the decision for yourself or just being like, hey, bet, you sick. We'll figure that shit out next time.
American dream is collecting a lot of debt and then praying one day you get out of it free.
I don't like that American dream.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, I'm kind of in debt, not crazy. I got student loans, but they're not like crazy. Not like crazy. I mean, I only went for 1 year.
Yeah, I don't pay my
I
student
went to
loans.
university for 1 year.
Where'd you go to university at?
Houston.
Oh, yeah, no shit. We reconnected in Houston. You gonna bring up that story?
Is what?
What? How did we reconnect in Houston?
How we connected?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like at
There
whenever
was
you
an
were
app
Pike?
called Yik Yak.
Oh fuck! I don't remember that. Did I hit you up? I don't
No,
remember
he's
that.
a fucking
You hit me up-
ambassador for Yik Yak.
You
for
hit
a
me
while.
up for Adderall on Yik Yak.
Shit, I don't remember
You
that.
don't remember that?
Nah, dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if you ask me anything from when I'm younger, it's all like fucking.
That
That
Blurs.
also, anyone that is from Yik Yak, my name was the Addy Daddy.
Yeah.
I was still in Adderall on
that's
Yik Yak.
it, that's coming back now.
And I randomly, you hit me up and we just bumped into each other. You're like, hey, I'm meeting this guy for some Adderall. And I was like, who the fuck are you meeting?
No
And
way.
you're like,
I'm
the Addy Daddy. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's me, man. What's up, man?
We're just chatting. That's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. I forgot about that. That is crazy though. Just chatting, just like, yeah, what's up? Yeah,
You
how
and another guy, I
doing?
won't bring him his name, but like y'all pull it up. I was like, holy shit. It was just funny. The other guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He works with me at Wonder Bar and places. Like I see him every once in a while still.
Yeah. I know. I saw him out there too. That's crazy how he ended up just bartending. But
Yeah.
yeah, not to throw shade.
No, I mean dope people.
I don't
Nah,
think
yeah,
he
pretty
watches.
chill.
It's fine.
Yeah, nah, probably not. But that is crazy. That's funny as fuck. Just like, yo, what are you up to? Hey, I'm just meeting somebody. Yeah, me too. Who
Yeah.
you
That
meeting?
literally is how it happened, man. Right out of Cougar Place.
That's like the fucking like the
DPT,
blind
like-
date shit. It's like find me wearing the purple coat and the red rose.
That's
Yeah.
You're just
yeah,
looking
guys.
around. You're like
I mean, that's how I bought all my
kind of
like
lavender. I
all
don't
my
know if it's
weed.
purple.
Anything I like tried in college, man, I got on Yik Yak, and it's like,
Bro,
who's got
Yik Yak
this?
was
I
goated.
love Yik Yak. It was
Yik Yak was goaded
best
for
thing.
college parties. Like you could like go to fucking SFA or fucking UTSA or fucking.
to be honest.
U8
My girl doesn't watch this anyways, man. I ate a girl's pussy on Yik Yak one time. She was like,
on
hey,
the app.
she was like,
actually.
yeah, she was like, hey, looking for a guy to eat my pussy. Like, it's been a dry spell. And I was like, I
can
posted
do
some stuff.
that.
I posted some stats, and she was like, hey, I'm done to me up. I was like, send me a picture of you. And she was not bad looking. I was like, shit, pull up to my apartment.
I'm
just
not gonna
got
lie.
down.
There's been an influx.
He was straight to lunch and
Yeah.
or skipped
I
lunch
went
and
to
went straight to
luncheon.
dinner.
I went to
whatever.
luncheon.
So the Cougar cat.
I was like, why
Cougar
not?
calf.
Hey, you and my other homie might get along. He's a munch. He's not afraid to admit it. So
Who are you talking about?
You know, I'm talking about. Come on.
Nothing's wrong with some lunch, man.
Nah, I'm with you on that. But there's an influx of girls that will like add my snap off of fucking Tinder and be like, "Hey, I added you off of Tinder. Do you want to fuck for money?" I'm like, "Why did you add me off of Tinder just for you to be a prostitute right now on my phone? Like you didn't have to do this, man. I get that you have a marketing campaign going on this app, but like, bruh."
Now, what's the average price? Let's be honest. Come on, you gotta
No,
know.
I don't even ask for
Oh,
prices, bro.
come
I'm not
on.
paying for shit like that. Like, sorry, you got the wrong one.
I don't think you could do Yik Yak now. I think people would either be scamming you or beat your
Yeah,
ass.
No,
or
so they
Way too many scammers.
brought it back 2 years ago or so. And you remember the usernames, like I had the identity and all that?
Yeah.
They made the usernames specific, so they weren't anonymous anymore. So they could track your account
Oh.
back to multiple posts and things.
Fuck that.
Ooh.
That was
Yeah,
probably-
they did it
that was
on
the best part
purpose.
about it, bro.
So it was a
Yep.
legal thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's why they couldn't do it. anymore,
Yeah,
probably.
they made it died off really quickly once they reopened the app
Fucking
because they were able to
FBI.
track what was going on.
Fucking
Yeah.
FBI was like, you know, that Yik Yak app was getting a lot of traction for us. Should we bring it back? Maybe add like a little feature to it.
I sold more Adderall than anyone. I sold more drugs on that app than anyone should have been able to.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it was perfect for parties like out of your city. So like if we would go to fucking say A&M or something, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know anybody at A&M, but I need drugs at A&M.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna have to figure this out.
My roommates met one of their like really close friends through Yik Yak because like he sold weed.
That's how I met. When I met a
They
good
became friends.
friend there through just buying weed. He taught me how to crush, take a dab and mix it in with a hair straightener
Oh yeah.
and make wax off of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
that is
just
crazy.
The
I
things
forgot.
you learned off Yik Yak, man. It was the best time of my life.
Dude, I almost joined the fraternity that you were in.
You were,
actually.
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Got out Pike and UH.
I'm
They're
glad I
not there
didn't.
anymore.
They're not.
They haven't been there in 6
6
years.
years?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
long time.
They got
It's
banned.
like 2 years after
Yeah,
we left. Yeah.
Quickly, right after we left. Well, I was a
It's
junior when they left.
2017, right?
Yeah.
2017 or 2018.
You were still in college when they got banned.
No.
I
We-
left at the first. I went
you
to
went
San
one
Jack
year.
after. I went to community
Good
college.
for you.
I did the community college route, so
I
I
did
didn't do
too.
the debt. I just paid out of
Yeah.
pocket for
I
my
did
shit.
too. So I took my shit was crazy. Like I took student loans for the first year of UH, and I still have that exact amount. Cause since then I went to like Alvin Community College,
Yeah.
got my degree there. At the pandemic, there was like, "Hey, bet we finna forgive everything." I was like, "Oh shit, let's go."
Yeah.
I applied for that shit. I got the email saying like your loan has been forgiven.
They didn't.
They didn't. And then like a few months later, they hit me back talking about, "Hey, your loan has just been sold off." I was like, "What loan, bitch?" Yeah, I got an email showing me that the government said that that's good.
Yep.
They're like, "Yeah, no, we don't care about that shit. This is who the new company and this is your new due date." I still haven't paid a fucking cent. But since then, they just been selling my shit off to different companies.
Yeah.
How it goes.
Until eventually they'll just be like, fuck it.
Yeah, because basically it's only like $3K. I think it's like $3,500.
They don't give a fuck about you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I will say, man, I miss.
There's people that got like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and I'm just like, yeah, I ain't gonna find my file.
Oh fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck about it. There's people with hundreds of thousands of debt that have been going to school for years.
And I'm just kidding, by the way.
Go say fraternity life.
ha ha ha.
If it wasn't for fraternity life, I wasn't like biggest advocate for it, man. But like that wouldn't have like Gave me my introduction to DJing. That
Wait, why did they get banned? Hold on, we're gonna get
We're
into
not.
that.
No, we're not gonna detail.
It was a hazing scandal. We
Yeah,
don't really get
hazing
into
scandal.
details.
I don't have details.
Wait, no, yeah, it was the
We talked about this last time on the podcast. I'm pretty sure. No, hell no. Someone else. That was Sigma Chi before. But nah, we won't talk about it.
Did they get banned too?
Yeah, way before us. Yeah,
Sigma Chi?
yeah, way a year before us or two.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. Damn. So they're just like popping up new
I
ones.
think
as
that
they
whole
go, or
like
what?
I
that whole
don't
like
think U of
frat
H like
scene
appreciates
is-
frat life.
that whole frat
Oh,
scene
no.
is dead now.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
The whole.
I'm pretty sure.
I still do a
they're-
sorority party like once a year, but that's about it.
I mean, dude. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of dead when we were
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't shit, dude. I mean, the fucking y'all. It was apartment buildings basically.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
What's-
I would.
I was just saying like that. Man, if it wasn't for that, I don't think I had my DJ career.
Yeah.
Like that was like
Is that what you
best-
started?
Yeah, I started my junior year college. I got out of a toxic relationship, met my fiance now, and like had the confidence to go out there and DJ. Man, it really like changed my life. I always had a passion for music, and it was just fun to go out there, play some tracks for people, and just see people get happy.
You were doing it like at the house or what?
I did it in my apartment for like a year or so.
The one at
Shout out-
Cougar Place, right?
Shout out
Yeah.
Andrew Kuznera, because that man had to listen to me play a bunch of crappy music and do
That's
a
how
lot
it
of bad
goes.
things for a whole year.
Hey, is Cougar Place where?
Wait, he wasn't
Oh
living
no, we
with
lived
you
at
there.
the View. This was all at the View. I didn't start until we
Oh.
moved in the View.
I thought you were talking about Cougar
the
Place.
View's the newer ones that they had built at the time.
They were
right?
apartments, yeah,
Across the street from the frat places.
places, yeah.
Across the like
Oh,
river.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
type
Yeah,
I
I
shit.
started off
remember that.
just doing it.
Dude, I hated all the apartments over there. Kinda.
The view is nice. It seems.
View was nice. Yeah,
seemed
it was
nice.
okay.
We had
It
a
was
good time.
decent. I like the place that Earl stayed.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Camp-
really?
It's not. It's not bad. I think.
Yeah.
I think that one was more of like a little community.
Yeah, what was that?
That
one
was like
called?
the
What's it
low
called?
budget one,
Cambridge.
Cambridge Oaks.
Cambridge.
Yeah,
Oaks.
that one's decent. I like that one.
No, the
It
View was
wasn't
really
bad.
nice.
Colin Oaks' ass. That place is fucking
Yeah.
sucked.
Cambridge Oaks was more so just like mid-level apartment shit. Like it wasn't too great, wasn't too bad type shit. It was very mid-level. But some of the other ones were like, bro, what was the Towers? That shit was ass.
Oh, Moody Towers? Yeah, I stayed there
Yeah.
my freshman year. That place was absolutely awful.
That shit
You
was
stayed there?
crazy.
Yeah, it was like a prison.
Yeah.
Legit.
Communal
It
showers.
was a prison. Oh yeah, communal showers.
Wasn't it male?
One
female,
laundry
male?
room, male, female per floor. Like we're an all male floor. Females were above us, then male.
That's
Yeah, it was absolutely
hilarious.
the worst.
Why'd you choose that?
Just
I
drill a hole in your ceiling.
Didn't so it. I was supposed to go to Texas State my freshman year, and then they told me, "Hey, you're going to be stuck in a dorm with only males in the whole dorm, and there may be scorpions, and you're
In
also
Moody Tower?
no. This was at Texas State, and then they said you also like the shower situation was awful too, and I was like, oh, there was no AC. That's what it was. There's no AC, and I was like, well, then I'm not going to go here. I'll go to UH. They already offered me a to get my degree there as well. And I went to UH, and then they said, well, you can only stay at one place on one floor with only males. And I said, screw it. I had an uncle going there. He was going to stay in the same place too, so we got a room together. He's only 2 years older than me.
That's right. You stay with your uncle.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And said, screw it. Like, let's try it out.
That's fucking crazy.
Which I don't regret because all my friends that went to Texas State the first year ended up partying their ass off and failing out.
You know what?
How it goes.
That is a crazy thing about 2014. Is like damn near everybody went to Texas State, and then damn near everybody came right back.
Yep.
I would, because Corey went to Texas State the year after with Milton, Jacob Dean, and all them, and I remember like them not being there. It was like literally 1 year later. It's like none of these people that were like, "Nah, go Wildcats." It was like not there anymore.
It's Bobcats.
I mean,
who cares?
I
That
have,
might be Bobcats.
I have friends that DJ out there now, man, and they're still
You're gonna correct me? You don't even know. Fuck
Oh,
you. How about that?
they're party school, man. They go hard.
are,
The
yeah.
square is nuts out there.
The square's fun. I would say the square is nowhere near as like poppin' as people talk about it as. From my experience,
Yeah.
it's like it's the same thing about College Station with the little fucking North Side shit.
Yep.
It's populated, and
Yep.
don't get me wrong, they turn up, but we're not talking about fucking like Vegas or
No.
even Nashville or anything like
But
that.
it's a
like,
good excuse if you're a college kid and you want to
oh yeah,
ignore your responsibilities for 3 days a week. You can
Yeah.
absolutely get in the most trouble you've ever been in.
and like see, I never stayed on campus at any of the colleges I went to. But I would always think like, yo, if I was living on campus, the fuck I would be
I mean,
failing every
You
class.
stayed at UH with us the night you went to Pike Glow, man.
Bro, I stayed at UH multiple nights.
Yeah.
I stayed at your place. I stayed at fucking Koozy's place. I stayed at fucking Earl's place. Stayed at your place one time. Like, bro, like, honestly, I was on campus, but I was off campus.
Yeah.
There was plenty of nights I probably shouldn't have drove home, and I did. But my thought process on the whole thing was like, bro, I was already not doing great in college. I would have done much worse if I was living on campus.
Absolutely.
I did live on.
It-
I would agree.
I would agree. It's just not the best idea.
Yeah, no. Honestly, though, UH, if I could go back,
There's like a different.
I'd
level
go
of
to
focus.
I'd go to any other school. Honestly, UH has good schooling. It's good for school. I will say, like that's what you're going there
Yeah.
for. But if I was gonna come back anyways, I would have went to a different
Go
school
and
and like
partied harder.
yeah, bro,
Yeah,
fuck it,
I
like you know what I'm saying. I was gonna do it anyways. I might as well fucking went
Yeah.
somewhere better.
Especially if you
I
go
do
to
feel
schools
that.
like A&M right now, they've got Johnny Manziel's bar out there.
Dude,
I've heard it's just a madhouse.
I believe it.
Those
bro.
kids go nuts.
But that's what I'm saying is that I agree with you because it's like I do kind of wish I went a little harder like those couple years, but I also gotta like take it with a grain of salt because like I was saying with bro, like every other weekend we were going to Austin, every other weekend we were going to fucking a different college for
Yeah.
parties and shit. Like bro, that was back in the day on Yik Yak. It would be like lists of addresses and shit like that. Like bro, we pulling up to all of them, bitch.
I know. I loved it. So I played on the y'all know I played on the soccer team and I ran the soccer team for U of H for 2 years.
That is true. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and one of the things I loved
You
the
ran
most,
it?
I
Did y'all
ran it.
compete?
Yeah, we competed. So it's a collegiate club level, but we played for a national championship. There were rings, all that. Because the big thing in Texas is we only have 3 D1 programs in the whole state.
UH, UT, and
No, none of the schools have a D1 program for soccer.
Oh really?
The D1 programs were SMU,
SMU has a
UT,
D1
El
soccer
Paso,
team?
and then another one. Yeah, they're the only ones in the state that have one. It's very
Oh,
specific in
shit.
Texas because of Title 9.
Oh okay.
You have to have an equal amount of guys competing in sports as girls, not based on team, but based on participation.
Mm.
So, club soccer in Texas is a huge thing because we can't have those teams that are D1 at UT, U of
That
H,
compete for like
A&M, yeah,
NCAA
Yeah.
and shit like that.
because NCAA has certain rules. And the best part for me was that I used to go to all these schools and stay with these guys that had soccer teams or my fraternity brothers at those schools, and I just party my ass off on the weekend and play a soccer game and spend a night there and just go wild. I mean, it was the best time of my life.
Fuck yeah.
How was the team? Was y'all's team good?
We were actually really good, and it's crazy is our coach now actually works for the Dynamo and moved to North Carolina to recruit for their basically their sub team where they send their players to like develop. He recruits there now.
Crazy.
Yeah, we were like a really solid team. We were never like competing in the national top 16, but we were at least in the top like 32 talk, I'd say. Like we were a really, really solid team.
Fuck yeah.
Were you the goalie?
Not as much. I mean, I mostly ran the team. I'm a little short for a goalie.
A little more on the management
Yeah.
side.
I was more of a I was the second string for most of the time I was there, but I became the president after my first year there and ran the team for 2 whole years. So
What does that mean?
So president, you have to have a president for a club, just like a fraternity. So I was in charge of financials, recruiting, helping run the team, anything that was involved with the team, I took care of it. So
The
Kinda cool.
manager.
it was a lot of fun. Like it really developed me as a person, I feel like, and helped again with just like my social skills. I feel like in high school, man, I was we always joke about this. Everyone's like, you were kind of cool, but like I was cool by association. I feel like
That's a fucking hilarious
Yeah.
comment. It's like you're kind of cool. It's like,
yeah.
the
But
fuck are you saying,
no,
asshole?
I feel like I was popular by association. Like I had Andrew, Connor, Chase. Like I had all these friends and cheerleaders and people that I was friends with. But I wasn't outgoing in high
I
school.
get what you're saying because I think I was probably along the same lines. I didn't really like do anything to be popular, but I knew all the popular kids.
Exactly.
Like the only thing I could say that like I like quote unquote did was just like I would host like little like basketball tournaments and shit at my house after school and
Yeah.
then like parties and shit like that. But like
Your brother threw enough parties.
yeah, I mean fucking we went hard. I mean after y'all left, I went just as hard
Yep.
at my house. So like I would say it's more so that like I wasn't in any sports. Like literally like
Yeah.
whenever people talk about extracurriculars, my extracurriculars were finding how I was gonna get a $20 gram of weed after school.
Yeah. It's funny for me. I did every damn extracurricular there was out there. I did track, tennis, baseball, football, soccer, band, anything I could put my hands into. I was
Bruh. And it's like I think back on like those days now, like where the fuck was I getting that money from? Like for that weed after school, it's like I didn't have a job.
I know exactly who you're buying it from, and it was always $20 a gram. It's
Hey, man.
expensive.
Oh fuck!
Expensive.
dude.
We all bought from the same two guys.
I got that gram in an apple one time. Bro carved out an apple
You remember
just
when
so
you-
he could give me a fucking gram of weed in an apple.
I don't know if we talked about this the last podcast. I don't think we did, but that you were on. But dude, there was a time he almost fought. You remember when you almost
Yeah, no,
fought?
we didn't talk about this. Yeah.
He almost fought Matthew.
Yep.
Oh fucking!
Because he told me I bought shit weed. I was pissed about it.
Did they almost like there was like almost
Yeah.
like they were like it was
There-
like
it
an
was- it was
Avengers
almost a
style
gang
thing. He was
fight.
getting squad together, and then old dude was. I was like, what are we doing?
I
here?
played soccer. I had the Hispanics on my side.
Yeah.
They were ready to kick their ass, and I was like, we pulled up, and they said, no, we don't want to fight. And I was like, okay, well, cool, then just don't talk shit about me. And the guy didn't pull up because I was going to have a one-on-one, and he didn't pull up either. And the next day, 20 of these, like, trailer trash park guys pulled up in the parking lot and were going to jump me.
Fuck yeah, that's
Sounds
a
about
fucking
right.
sick move.
Yeah.
Funny thing.
And a
about
lot
that.
of those guys ended up in jail the next day.
I bet they did, man. Honestly, I think back on like some of those fucking events. Like I remember one time, I think you might have been out there. No. It was a different situation. I remember one time, you remember Andrew Moore?
Yeah.
I remember you talking.
So one time, Andrew Moore was sitting, like he was outside of a car, and Isai was talking to him. I think it was Isai. I really don't even remember who it was. It might have been somebody else, but somebody was like basically disrespecting him through the car, and I'm not even kidding with you. And I saw somebody just like this whole Andrew threw a fucking haymaker knockout through a car window and just just straight up. I was just like, this is so impractical. There's so many. You could have told him to get out the car. You could have maybe like lowered the window. Like there are so many things that you could have done in this moment, but you chose to punch through a window and hit somebody in the face. I applaud you for getting it done, but like Jesus Christ. But there were multiple moments like that in our fucking parking lot in the new building type shit in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where like there was one time where Kenny G and you were fucking sitting out there smoking a blunt, and I walk outside. I'm like, "Hey Kenny, what the fuck?" And he's like, because he in that mode, him and Kyle were on the soccer team,
Yep.
but they were like the only white dudes on the soccer team, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So like they were kind of not like singled out, but like whenever they were together, it was very much so like y'all needed a break, huh? Yeah, y'all needed to get away and kind of smoke up because most of the other soccer players did smoke, right?
Oh, yeah, shit ton of them.
Yeah, like because I remember the basketball players all smoked.
Me and Kenny were tight as hell for a long time.
That's true.
Yeah.
No.
But throwing it back, do you remember whenever he got paranoid that one time that we were out? Were you there that one time we were out by Kenny's house? It was like across the street.
Oh yeah, y'all
We
broke
smoking
into an
weed.
abandoned house, motherfuckers. That's why I was paranoid.
We were,
That's why I was paranoid.
I was not.
Y'all not.
we were
Wait.
like in the garage.
Y'all gotta listen to this. Y'all said I was paranoid. Y'all don't remember the old guy in the backyard that walked and knocked on the back glass?
While we were there.
Yeah, while we were there, and y'all were like, "Be quiet." I was like, "Guys, I heard someone in the backyard," and y'all were like, "No, it's no big deal." And the guy knocked on the glass, and we all had to run because he was about to call the
He's
police.
being paranoid.
Dude, they all called me out and like were
We were
chopping
roasting
me
his
up.
ass. We were roasting his ass because he was like, "I think I see something." We're like, "Shut up! You don't see
I'm
something."
like, and there was legit someone there.
He's like, "Nah." Like, you know how you think like this is that one person who smokes weed and just gets paranoid? He's like, "Nah, dude, guys, I think I saw
I
something."
know
We're like,
him.
"Dude, why the fuck are you fucking?" We're
Fucking-
like roasting his ass for like a
Fucking
solid.
your roommate in college, whenever y'all were tripping, he fucking came in. He's like, they're coming.
Oh,
Dude, it was Luke.
oh, really?
It was Luke.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chaco.
Yeah. He had come in, bro, and like, so this was like the first time we all did shroom. Honestly, like almost every year, when that snap memory comes up, Sean will send me that. He'll send me
Okay.
like just the memory of the like us putting the PB and J's together.
Yeah.
Like, because we're like, here we go. Like, little did we know that shit was about to go sideways. So me and Sean are like tripping dicks in the dorm room.
How
It's
much
just,
y'all take?
dude, like a eighth.
Okay.
Each.
Shit.
Yeah,
okay.
so three and a half, 3.5 a
Quite a
piece.
bit.
Yeah, enough for a good trip, right? So we're like, oof, right? And we're not like I'm in like he's in his bed and I'm in his roommate's bed, Sean's roommate's bed. And we're just laying there staring at the ceiling, like both hitting us like hard. And Luke comes in, he's like, everyone knows. Because he decided to trip, and we're like, I don't think you should go, because he went with his other frat bros. We're like, dude, you should stay with us. I don't think you should go. He's like, nah, I'm gonna be fine. dude, I'm a fucking professional. I don't know if that's a good idea. You probably should stay with us. He's like, nah, I'll be all right. And they're like, they came back and like, nah, dude. And they just like dropped him off. They're like, we can't deal with him. Like, we can't deal. I was like, what do you mean? Like, nah, dude, we just can't. Like, they were like mad. And then he's just like, nah, everyone knows, dude. It's over. It's over. We're like, and we're tripping dicks. We're like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, they all know the fucking. He's like, your parents. He's like, the principal, dude. They all. The police. Like,
the
he's
principal
like,
of UH.
He said the police knew. We're like, dude, what?
Wait, what was that last one?
Like, what happened while you were gone? Like we didn't. He was.
Did you go to the police station?
Because we're tripping dicks. They're dropping him off. They're just like, here, like, dude, whatever, fuck it, dude. Like, we can't deal with them. And then he's just like, everyone knows. We're like, are we going to jail?
What has happened in the last 20 minutes?
And then, yeah, everyone just spiraled for a good, like, well, Luke spiraled, I think, for like a whole nother year. But like, dude, yeah, we all spiraled for like the next couple. Like, I went into you know how like in the dorms, I don't know if you ever went into Cougar Village, like CV2.
All the time.
Like, it was like the shower was in one room.
Yep.
I went in that room and just sat there in like the fetal position. Was like, I was giving myself a pep talk, like 15 minutes.
You got this. Don't worry.
15 minutes, I was back. I was ready. I was like, all right, guys, we're going to be good. I was pep talking them, bro. They were freaking the fuck out, dude. One of them was under the covers. I was like, holy shit.
The same
Yeah.
people you're talking about. Every time I did my first like trip with others on acid, those same guys freaked out every time on acid. Every time.
Did they?
Like any of my fraternity brothers that tried acid, man, they would flip out.
Any of your fraternity brothers?
Any of them. A few could handle, but a lot of them would have absolutely just meltdowns, hide under the bed where there were bats coming at them.
That's
like all
crazy.
kinds of, oh yeah.
I've had wild like encounters on acid, but none of them have been like visually or well, no, I was gonna say audibly, but no, that's incorrect. I've had audible hallucinations that never to this day still don't make any sense. But I've never had anything like visual, like bats are coming in, or
Yeah.
there's a unicorn right there. There's like nothing like crazy that's not there. You know, it's like anything that's there, I can kind of see how it's distorted, or maybe like I might have like needed to double take something because I caught it wrong on the first take. But
Yeah.
like it's never like, oh my god, they're coming for me.
If I'm ever having a mental like meltdown, it's more so like your life is a failure. Like that's like more
Yeah.
like when I'm tripping, there's never like, oh, I just saw something. It's more like someone says something and then I'm like, am I fucking up?
So say,
am I a good friend?
I guess I quit. I guess I quit early. I only had like 5-6 trips, but every time I only like remember I went to festivals or like was with close personal friends. I
Yeah,
remember
that's usually when I do it.
I had
yeah.
the best time of my life every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah.
Almost every trip I had was good. Like literally the worst trip I ever had was that one. That was hands down
Yeah.
the worst one was I did those mushrooms.
I would say
Every other time it's been like
the only bad trips I've
Oh.
had were like times where I shouldn't have tripped.
Oh,
like
okay,
where I
yep.
told myself like, it's probably not the best idea, but fuck it, let's do it anyways. Those times were fucking rocky and rough, but it was still very much just in my head, just like it's. So one of them was, to this day, I still don't really know if it was just a conversation with myself or if there was some type of like God in the room. But that time was very much just like introspection, just like, am I doing the things I need to be doing? Am I as good of a friend as I would like to think I am? Am I as good of a person as I would like to think I am? The shit that made it rocky were a lot of those answers were fucking no. And I was just like, God damn it. I wish I could take a goddamn
but
fucking Xanax
there was
and go
one
to sleep.
time he called me, bro. I was at a show. And, well, he didn't call me. Everyone else called me like, dude, he needs you here right now. He was asking for me, I guess, and they're like,
Essentially, I was like, in my head at that moment, everybody else was fucked up, and I needed to like get off my chest what was in my head, but I felt like nobody was going to be able to receive what I needed to say. And also in that time, like, was a time where like I think me and Daniel were, when I say at our closest, I mean we're always going to be at our closest now, but like that was probably one of the times where like we had been at most drawn together, if that makes sense.
I mean, we're roommates now. You don't.
Right. We were roommates then.
You haven't seen each other's
We were at
dicks
the
by
house.
now. Then
Oh no, it was the day before we moved into the house. Yeah.
What?
If you haven't seen each other's dicks by now, then
haven't.
Actually, I don't think we've seen each other's dicks.
what kind
Hey,
of
man.
roommates are you?
Hey man,
Hey,
respectful ones.
Yeah, dude,
we try to
walk-
be.
Walk in. I mean, we
Uh,
knock. We don't just. Hey, nice. Good job, buddy.
I
I'm
do
proud
hear
of you.
I do hear shit like about like friends and roommates that have seen each other's dicks. I'm like, what is the setting? Are you just like, hey bro, you like the way I trimmed my pubes this morning? Like, what are you doing? Where like you're showing your friends your dick? I get Bobby Lee. I mean, that's his whole act, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
Watch the lights down low. What's the fucking then the fuck? What song?
I don't
is
know
that?
what's on.
Yeah, that's the one. You should know that one, Kyle. Fuck, dude.
And turn them lights down low.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
Got me stuck right now.
I don't
You're
know.
killing me.
Feel like
And
it's
it's one of
popular.
those. It's one of those white dudes that's singing for sure.
I think it's country music.
He does have a guitar as well, so I don't know if that helps.
I mean, fucking, I don't know. They'll know the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking GJ still DJing?
Yeah, GJ still DJs. He does
Fuck
private
GJ.
events. Does
Fuck
some ghost
GJ.
producing.
Fuck
Oh, for real?
GJ.
Yeah, fuck
I hope
GJ.
you
He's
hear
a,
this.
He's
Fuck you, GJ.
He's a Packers fan.
You fucking Packers fan. The Packers are the thing that forced the Saints out of the playoffs, and then they beat the Cowboys. Fuck you, GJ.
Also, he's mad
he won our fucking
Fantasy
fantasy league.
So he's mad about
Fuck
that.
you, GJ.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Nah, he still does a lot of good things too.
Out in Austin, right?
Yep, out in Austin. Hopefully he'll
swear.
be back in the next few months. He usually comes back every once in a while and hangs out and parties it up.
Yeah, dude. Everyone I know, like not everyone, but so many people I know.
It's a good place to be right now, I feel like.
Yeah,
The industry's booming out there, good money to be made.
I think it is like a specific vibe, though. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
you know,
Dude, they're throwing fucking like show is a strong word, but they're just throwing like things at. There's a park. I can't remember what the name of the park
did
is.
y'all see that video of fucking Green Day performing on the sub?
I did.
Where?
That was
Subway?
it's for Jimmy Kimmel.
It was in,
Okay.
was it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but it was on a subway.
We'll
But
say-
Jimmy Kimmel
I
was
ju-
in the video.
I saw like some like side view
Jimmy
of the
Kimmel's-
video.
Yeah, he's in there. He's like playing tambourine.
Oh,
So you
okay.
know Kingdom.
So it was for his show.
Yeah,
You've been to Kingdom.
I haven't been, but I've
Okay.
heard great
So
things.
Kingdom now used to be called, I can't remember what it's called. It's something Hall. You can ask GJ. Me and him went there 3 or 4 years ago and to go see Mala for New Year's Eve.
Oh shit,
And it was just like a shut down random hall. And it was like one of the best nights of my life.
that's
That's
fucking
crazy.
nuts. Yeah, I heard the vibes out there are fucking
Oh, I
crazy.
didn't know they bought that place. And then when they told me that's Kingdom, the vibes are immaculate. It's just narrow enough and wide enough that everyone's going to have a great time in there.
They do.
Wide.
They do a ton
enough,
of free
not
shows.
white
Wide.
They do
Wide,
so
not
many free
wide.
shows.
Yeah.
Like so many free shows.
Austin's where it's at right now. Just like Dallas is doing a lot better than our scene. I feel like Houston's just, we call us the second Atlanta because we're very hip hop heavy.
Yeah.
And then for
Yeah.
EDM, I'd say we're very bass heavy.
Yeah.
We have a niche
Rhythm.
genre,
Rhythm specifically,
Yeah.
not just bass, but mostly.
rhythm, and
Yeah.
we're missing out on like a great lot of like.
I think
Right now-
Bauhaus does okay. Bauhaus
Yeah.
is alright.
But EDM is focused on like mainstream house right now, which is still not. Bauhaus is pushing niche. EDM is going more towards the rhythm scene, where we have like James Hype people that are actually killing the scene right now, making bigger names for themselves, and they're not getting the credit they're due in Houston. Like they're not selling out a damn venue when they should be.
Oh, there's a ton of people. Dude, I could go on. Like people that should be selling out venues here.
Yeah.
for sure. Houston. I mean, a lot of artists are skipping Houston doors.
For a reason.
So many artists are skipping.
Yeah.
Houston. I look at. I'm like, oh hell yeah. They're like, I'm like, of course you're not fucking, because it's fucking hard to fucking.
It's
sell.
hard to market anything in this city that isn't in that realm of what you're talking about, like the hip hop,
Like the
fucking bass
Stallions,
rhythm
Sexy
level.
Red.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because it's like it's not even really a staple of the city. It used to be for what it was, but now it's realistically just like you said, it's just like Atlanta.
Yep.
In that sense, it's like
But
nobody.
Atlanta, I feel like is like almost or like boom.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. What I'm saying is Houston
culture-wise.
is instead of chasing after the thing that they created, the niche that they created in the hip hop scene, they're just formulating a copycat of what's being successful in other scenes.
I mean, Houston hip hop and Houston is a very niche vibe.
It
Like
is.
you see guys like, for us, Big X the Plug, and he's the only one I can think of right now, but like they're really pushing the Houston genre
right.
that far, killing it. But still, if you go out of Texas, no one knows who the hell he is.
Right.
Wait, who?
That's
Big X
Big
the
X
Plug.
the Plug.
Heard of it.
He's
I'm
a
from
Houston
Texas.
rapper.
You know that's right.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that Mexican OT is popping off
Mexican
right
OT
now.
too. He's killing it too.
popping
But
off.
they're not. It's niche in Texas. Not
Yeah.
going outside of Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know. XOT. Popping off.
Outside of Texas, you
I
think?
don't know if it's an outside of Texas.
Not like
thing,
Paul
no.
Wall was pushing grills and back that ass up. Juvenile was coming out and
Yeah, I don't know. It is tough to see Houston kind of like it's like just in general.
It's breaking the mold instead of going into like instead of pushing the thing that it already created. It's just kind of
the
going
community, the
into what's
culture is just kind
successful.
of dying out.
Yeah.
absolutely.
fucking.
It's
You're
tough.
seeing it pop in other places though. I mean, shit. I mean, I would never want to move to Miami, but like Miami, you go out, bro. Like fucking anywhere you go, that shit's gonna be fucking.
We're also saying there's an increase right now in Houston where maybe the club scene's not going as hard, but suburbs are developing a lot faster here than they have in a long time. Look out here. Look in anywhere in the outskirts of North
Shit,
Houston.
there's that fucking place right across from the high school that just came up the last 5
Oh yeah,
years.
Dickinson is so
Really?
alone, just like.
And then
Lake
Webster right
City.
now, we've got a
Webster.
McIntyre's, we've got a Woodrow's, like things out going
things
towards
are
south and
kind of
north are like
expanding.
expanding a lot more.
But that's the thing is that Houston is so spread out that you do have to do that. You can't have the closest Lil Woodrow's to the south be fucking Midtown.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
They're building that indoor water park thing or whatever.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, Great Wolf Lodge.
yeah,
yeah,
by where
Lodge.
Rudy's used to be, or Rudy's is. I'm sorry, not used to be. Rudy's is.
But I
they
feel like
building a water park
it's
there?
helping a lot grow. The
Lodge.
city is doing a lot better financially, but it's killing the club infrastructure in Houston
Hmm.
because why go out here? Why go from Webster to Houston to go to Packed Bottle Service Club? Spend a bunch of money when you can go to a smaller club outside. It's just as pretty and is doing a good job.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
crazy.
100% along that mentality.
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy you say that because I was thinking about that. Like the last guest we had on too, we were talking about that because he throws a lot of shows too. We were just thinking. I was thinking about it. It's just like, bro, I feel like throwing shit out here might be like a smart idea because
Absolutely.
more people would probably. There's
an
a lot of
untapped
people in this
market.
area right now. A lot of people that go out to Houston are from like the Pearland or like
It's
Webster.
it's a relatively untapped market in our area.
Because it's
Like the closest thing to a music scene out here is what, Voodoo? Or fucking No? What's out in our area that's like that, you know? Because I mean
like popping music wise,
yeah. Nothing, right?
nothing.
I mean,
That's
the
what I'm saying. The
hub's kinda
closest
getting
thing is
there.
probably like
The hub is kind of.
what's the hub?
the
I
hub's
haven't heard of that
right
one.
that's where I threw my last two events.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. That's like right there.
That's like 10 minutes out.
Pasadena.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that close. Wow.
It's like 15 from here.
Kidding me.
Now the hub's close.
Okay, good to know.
It's not in a great area.
I mean, nothing in Pasadena
Uber
is a
there,
great
for
area,
sure.
but
Yeah, it's definitely rough. Like when the first time I went there, it was like, I mean, not to throw like any bad publicity their way, because you should go. I mean, I throw stuff there, so please go. But like the first time I went there, it's definitely not like that now. Like like the setup in there has like improved a lot. They've constantly making improvements as the weeks have gone by. But there was a bunch of like dogs. It was just a bunch of just stray dogs, like just walking around. I was like, holy fuck, dude! It was like too many for comfort. I was like,
I think I
"God
know
damn."
exactly what you're talking about because I think
There was a smell of a dead dog somewhere. Like there was a
Damn.
dead dog somewhere in the vicinity. You know that smell.
I'm not gonna lie, the
was-
sight
it
of a
was a-
dead dog is one of the worst sights. Like,
So
like
sad.
you see a roadkill dog, it's like, damn, I could have picked a different route
But,
to work.
but yeah, there hasn't been any strays since I've been back in.
there's nothing more innocent.
Well, yeah, that plus it's like you see like the fucking bugs all in his guts. It's like, man, I
Oh.
really wish I picked a different route to come to work today because I did not need to see that. You see some shit on like Twitter and you ever see some shit like while you're scrolling, it's like I did not need that in my psyche today.
Yeah.
Like there's this one like some old dude fucking going in his son's fucking, or I don't even know if it's his son, going into like the kid's fucking room with a gun pointing at him type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You saw the
Yeah.
video?
Yeah, that guy was a pedophile.
Oh
Well,
shit.
Right. What I'm saying is
Everyone,
like
right?
I was just looking at it and I was like, this is insanity. That like one, first and foremost, that this is just on Twitter, and two, I was just watching. I thought like, damn, he ain't gonna shoot that bitch, and he got shot. I was like, damn, all right.
Oh,
Well, I
dude,
did
dude.
not need that.
my feed's a lot of people dying. Unfortunately,
There's
I don't
this
even
one
I
account
hate
I
it.
could
On
I couldn't
TikTok
tell.
or
TikTok for
Oh,
sure.
TikTok.
Tick for tack. No,
Bite me.
I don't get on TikTok.
okay.
On X.
Grim. Oh, X. I don't get on X, so
Yeah, I'd be on Instagram and
My
X just
Instagram's
on
all
the
silly
scroll
shit.
okay.
I all silly shit on my Instagram. X is just all sad, depressing.
Depressing, fucking somebody getting shot. Hey, this person's about
People-
to fight this person.
people
and
arguing about some
inadvertently
shit.
kill them. It's like,
It's
bruh, like,
literally the
what
worst.
the fuck is going on?
I'll stay off there.
It's,
you should.
You should, cause it's just like a cesspool. It used to be a cesspool of like funny shit. Now it's a cesspool of like dark shit.
It's very depressing. So, you plan on DJing like anywhere outside of Houston anytime soon?
Not right now. Not right now. It's all in Houston. Y'all can catch me at Thursday nights at Texas Tavern over towards Katy. Friday nights at Wonder Bar in Midtown. Saturday nights, follow my Instagram because I change over. A lot of Dogwood in Houston, though, at DJ Kicks. That's DJKYX.
I need to book you for one of the
Thank
shows.
you,
I know, man.
shows.
Then
Hey,
I mean,
honestly-
especially February 2nd, Electric Mardi Gras in Galveston. You have to buy a ticket to go on the Strand to see the parade.
What time is your set?
I'm gonna be out there all night doing 10 to 2. Be throwing down with some homies, so
Oh, fuck
but it's
yeah.
straight like EDM, open format, party vibes. It'll be different than most people get to see me play. Like a lot of
What are you gonna be playing? What kind of like style?
electric
Yeah.
house, drum and bass, dubstep.
Oh yeah.
If I don't play country rhythm that night,
yeah,
then,
my faves.
yeah. If you don't hear country rhythm that night, then I did my job wrong.
Funny if you play some
Oh,
country.
you know I'm going to.
That'd be fucking.
So you two pull up. I got you on tickets. So
Oh, what?
I got you on
And
tickets.
turn
you
them
two.
lights down
Yeah,
low.
100%, yeah.
Oh, I'll pull up.
Yeah.
If you got me on, I'll pull up.
February 2nd. February
Yeah, I'm
2nd.
down.
Alright,
And then
bet.
also
I'll be
the
there.
weekend before on Saturday, that was what? January 27th, Electric Rodeo for Vavo at Rise. I'm
Yep.
starting to like
Is
break
it
out again
still
to
Rise?
still
Or
our Warehouse Live Midtown,
There you go.
the new name for it, but I'm
WLM.
working on breaking out to more like the EDM open format vibes. Like I love playing hip hop and pop and country, but I want to break out more to the EDM, like create my own niche.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude,
yeah,
it'd be pretty fun for you. To do. I think.
I mean,
it's
y'all
easy-
know I started off as an EDM DJ back in the day, so
Yeah,
Right.
it's easier to get billed. I think that way.
But I mean,
Yeah.
given like the bars and stuff that you work towards, it's like, and you have restrictions for what you can play.
Absolutely.
It's hard to be an EDM DJ when you have to fall into all these other categories most nights out of the week.
that kind of slowed off for a little bit because I want to make money and
Yeah.
do well for myself. But I'm starting to build it back up.
I mean, you already got a rapport and stuff
Nothing
too.
wrong with
Especially if
that.
you know some of the people that
Yeah.
work these places. You could probably do way more opening gigs.
I still know people like the people that run 9 p.m. and all that. Like we're still cool homies. I can still hit up them whenever.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Should definitely try doing some more opening shit.
I'm going to, yeah. That's definitely the goal in the next year or so. Like, I've done enough in this scene that I've made a lot of money and, like, starting to build a good savings account, take care of myself. Then I want to start doing some more stuff that, like, what I want to do personally.
It's adult shit, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a work in progress.
I remember life's short sometimes, so
Yeah,
take care of yourself and do what you
it is. Oh god, I thought I had a.
Y'all
burp.
yawned at the same time.
No, I thought he was about to say something. I was like, all right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up there. Fuck it. Glad to have you back on, Kyle.
Thank
It's
you,
been a
guys.
great time. We shared some good old memories that I think we all forgot that we brought back
Yeah.
up to the frontal lobe there. It's been fun. Great time. We hope to have you back on again sometime in the near future as well. Anything you want to say to the people?
Oh, just one more time plug at DJKYXX,
Oh, yeah.
DJ Kicks. Y'all follow me.
On
I'm always,
Instagram?
on Instagram. I'm always out here. Not much in Galveston County, but I'm always in Midtown. I'm always in North Houston, and then we're doing some stuff in Galveston. I'm trying to get back out here and show some love to the people I grew up with. So
Fuck yeah, dude. Honestly,
Okay.
thank you for coming back on, and we'll tap back in with you. Shit, maybe in not even a year from now. But definitely February 2nd,
for a second,
January 27th at Vavo. Y'all check the mans out. Thursdays at Wonder.
no Thursdays
no.
are up in Houston at Texas Tavern.
The country
Fridays
bar.
at Wonder Bar in Midtown. Come get your
Saturday
TikTok
could
pictures.
go
And then
either
Saturday can
way.
go either way. Y'all follow me, but mostly February 2nd, Electric Mardi Gras in Galveston. Y'all can go watch the parade. Pull up on me. I'll bring a bottle out. Everyone get drunk. We'll have a good time.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening to another beautiful episode of Fine and Dandy. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. And we'll see you guys next time.
I'll take care.